I am Rica Lewis-Payton, and I was born in Birmingham, Alabama. I am standing here as a living testimony that God can. To say to the young people in the audience, is not where you come from, but through God's grace and His mercy, you can achieve all things, and I certainly was able to do that. Finished college and thought I would just get a job and travel all over the country and make a disgusting amount of money. But I was afraid to venture out too far, so I moved to Mississippi right after graduate school for what I thought would be a year-long training program with the Department of Veterans Affairs. And much to my surprise, some 35 or so years later, I am still here. The other lesson in that is sometimes you meet men along the way and they completely change your lives. But for me, I was blessed. I have two beautiful children, and I'm just thankful to God for those blessings. So say from a professional perspective, as African American females in particular, you can have it all, but you can't have it all at the same time. So there was a period in my life where the most important role for me was mother. So with that, I kind of put the career on the shelf, if you will, in terms of progressing. But I said in my mind, I will acquire all the skills I can wherever I am, so that when those opportunities present themselves, I will be ready. And much to my surprise, I got a call one day for someone who had worked on the Musgrove administration who said, have you ever considered working in state government? I met with the governor not even knowing what position I was being considered for. Some 6 months later, I then get a call from the governor and said, I want to make you my state Medicaid director. Little did I know the challenges that would be ahead of me. But what I will tell you is that if you walk with God and you allow Him to direct your path, He will do things for you that even you never imagined possible. I stay on my knees at night so that I can stand firm in the daytime. The Veterans Administration continued to recruit and try to get me to come back. So I was able to go back to the VA, and I served as the Chief Operating Officer for a network of 10 VA medical centers that covered 8 states, a wide geographic region. And I go and I serve as the operating officer at a network that has 20,000 employees, 10 hospitals, 60 community-based outpatient clinics, and a budget of $4 billion. And this is a poor black girl from Mississippi that really can hardly balance her checkbook and yet has responsibility for these significant budgets in 2 separate organizations. The whole message there is you can do all things through God who strengthens you. I want some advice that my father gave me, and that was the most important job you have. The most important job is the one that you have it. And in the words of Martin Luther King, you do that job so well that no one before you, no one living now, and no one to come can do that job any better. One of the most rewarding things that happened to me was in 2008. I had the opportunity to go to Birmingham, where I had grown up, and to be the CEO of the VA Medical Center in Birmingham. The Birmingham VA at that time had been in existence more than 50 years. And there's a wall that has all the directors who served, CEOs who served as the leadership person at this facility. They were all white men, and then there was me. What a mighty God we serve. And God's grace created a position where I came back to Mississippi, and where I had once served as the acting regional director for 10 medical centers across all the parts of 8 states. I now am the CEO in that facility. In 2012, I received the Presidential Rank Award. That is the highest civilian honor for someone who's in the senior executive service of federal government. What was particularly meaningful for me is that Presidential Rank Award was signed by the first African American president in our country. And upon my retirement, I received a personally signed note from the president congratulating me for my 30 years of federal service. And all of that is coming full circle for me because, again, what I've been blessed with and what the Lord has given me as a gift, I'm now sharing for others. And it is my hope that as I age out, that there's a whole cadre of African American females and males who are willing, who are ready, and who are able to ascend to high leadership positions, not only in healthcare, but across many different entities.